Early history of chemistry. Ang chemistry ay kilala noon pa mang back to as far as the prehistoric times at sa kadahilan ng napakaraming kaganapan ang nangyayari sa nakaraan ng chemistry, ito ay hinati sa four general chronological categories. The four categories ay ang Black Magic Era, Alchemy Era, Traditional Chemistry Era, and Modern Chemistry. Ngayon, simulan natin sa Black Magic Era. 1700 BC, during King Hammurabi's reign over Babylon, known metals were recorded and listed in conjunction with heavenly bodies. Gold ay ang araw, silver ay ang buwan, copper ay ang Venus, iron ay ang Mars, tin ay ang Jupiter, lead ay ang Saturn, at mercury bilang Mercury. 430 BC, era of Democritus of ancient Greece. Democritus proclaims that the atom to be the simplest unit of matter. Siya din ang kauna-unahang nagsabi na matter is made up of extremely small particles called atoms, and taught that the atoms are solid, indestructible particles that are separated by empty space. Ibig sabihin, hindi na daw madidivide pa ang atom sa part. 300 BC, era of Aristotle of ancient Greece. Aristotle declares the existence of only four elements: fire, air, water, and earth, na sa ngayon ay kilala bilang apat na elemento at kadalasang makikita sa mga epikong palabas kagaya ng Avatar, Naruto, at Harry Potter. Pinaniniwalaan niya rin na lahat ng matter na yari dito ay mayroong four properties at ayon ang hot, cold, dry, at wet.
Let's proceed to the history of chemistry during the beginning of the Christian era, the mid-17th century. During this long era, maraming alchemists ang naniniwala that metals could be converted to gold with the aid of a mystical thing called Philosopher's Stone. At ang tinatawag na Philosopher's Stone was never found. However, there are many discoveries of new elements and compounds during this period, 300 BC to 300 AD, the advent of the alchemist, is greatly influenced by Aristotle's ideas. Alchemists were attempted to transmute cheap metals to gold. The substance used for this conversion was called the Philosopher's Stone. The 3rd century, or 1200s, to 15th century to 1400s, was the failure of gold business, although Pope John the 22nd issued an edict against gold making. The gold business was continued. Despite the alchemists' efforts, transmutations of cheap metals to gold never happened within this time of period. 1520, ang mga alkemista sa panahong ito ay nag-iisip ng tinatawag nilang elixir of life. Alchemists not only wanted to convert metals to gold, but they also wanted to find a chemical concoction that would enable people to live longer and cure all ailments. Kung saan marami ang naniniwala sa posibilidad na makadiscover ng likido or kung anumang bagay na kayang makapagpagaling ng kahit na anong sakit. This elixir of life never happened either. In the 17th century was when the death of alchemy, disapproving of Aristotle's four elements theory and the publishing of the book, which is called The Skeptical Chemist by Robert Boyle, combined to destroy this early form of chemistry.
And traditional chemistry era, the mid-17th century to mid-19th century. This era marked the first time in which scientists used the modern method of testing theories with experiments. This led to a new era known as modern chemistry, which many also refer to as atomic chemistry. 1700s, phlogiston theory Coulomb's law. Johann J. Beecher naniniwala sa substance na tinatawag niyang cold phlogiston kung saan kapag itong phlogiston na ito ay na-burn, phlogiston was supposedly added from the air to the flame of the burning object. In some substances, a product is produced. For example, calx of mercury plus phlogiston gives the product of mercury. Charles Coulomb discovered that given two particles separated by a certain distance, the force of attraction or repulsion is directly proportional to the product of the two charges and is inversely proportional to the distance between the two charges.
During 20th century, modern chemistry, 20th century chemistry. Mid-19th century to present. This is the era chemistry flourished. Lavoisier's thesis gave chemists the first sound understanding of the nature of chemical reactions. Lavoisier's work led an English school teacher by the name of John Dalton to formulate his atomic theory. These and other major advances in chemistry have led to many distinct branches of chemistry. These branches include but are not limited to biochemistry, nuclear chemistry, chemical engineering, organic chemistry. 1854, vacuum tube. Si Heinrich Geissler ay nakagawa ng kauna-unahang vacuum tube sa mundo. 1885, the proton. Eugene Goldstein discovered positive particles by using a tube filled with hydrogen gas. The positive particle had a charge equal and opposite to the electron. May mass din itong 1.66 raised to E negative 24 grams or 1 atomic mass unit, at ang positive particle ay tinatawag na proton. 1895, X-rays. Wilhelm Röntgen accidentally discovered X-ray while doing his research about the glow produced by cathode rays. Röntgen performed his research on cathode rays within a dark room, and during his research, napansin niyang umiilaw yung bote ng barium platino cyanide on a shelf. Kaya naman, he discovered that the rays that were causing the fluorescence could also pass through the glass, cardboard, and walls. The rays were called X-rays.
1834 hanggang 1907, Dmitri Mendeleev performed the first periodic table and discovered periodicity of the elements. Noong 1887 hanggang 1915, na-discover ang relationship between the frequency ng X-rays ng isang element at ng atomic number. Noong 2006, na-discover ng mga scientists from joint ang pang 118 na element, which is oganesson.